Congresswoman Liz Cheney is firing back at her fellow Republicans after facing removal from her leadership post for rebuking former President Trump's false claims about the election. She's going down with a warning for the GOP. Our congressional correspondent Rachel Scott has the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning. Yeah, Congresswoman Liz Cheney is going to be pushed out of GOP leadership. She is not going to go out quietly. She penned this op-ed in the Washington Post warning that the Republican Party has now reached a turning point and that it must decide whether it's going to stand by former President Donald Trump and his false claims about the 2020 election or choose truth and the Constitution. She warns that his rhetoric is dangerous, that history is watching. And of course, this is not the first time that she has spoken out against Trump. She voted to impeach him, and that vote landed her on thin ice with her party. But what is different now is that few Republicans are coming out in her defense. In fact, the top two Republicans in the House, Kevin McCarthy, Steve Scalise, they both have made it clear that they want her out of party leadership. So it now has come down to this. One by one, we are seeing Republicans starting to turn on Cheney, who actually is aligned with Trump's policies. She's voted with his record and his agenda more than 90% of the time. And instead, they're rallying behind Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. This is an interesting choice here because she actually voted to overturn the results of the 2020 election on January 6th, but she has the complete and total backing of former President Donald Trump, who has made clear that he wants Cheney out. George.
And Rachel, you called this, Liz Cheney called this a turning point. It's also a real turnabout for the House Republican leader, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, George, it is. And Cheney does point this out in that op-ed. She noted that immediately after the January 6th riots, McCarthy said that Trump bears some responsibility for what happened. And then weeks later, he sort of changed his tune, saying that Trump did not provoke the mob that stormed the Capitol. But we know that McCarthy and Trump have been in constant contact about the future of Cheney, George.
And he supported Liz Cheney at the time, but not now. Okay, Rachel, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.